You've told yourself this is the hour you'll begin, but 20 minutes pass and you're still planning how to start. You check your messages, organize your screen, tidy your desk, and still, the page is blank. It's not laziness, it's friction. Friction that hides in your environment, your routines, even your thoughts. But once you lower that friction, momentum follows naturally. In this video, you'll discover 7 powerful tools based on real psychological research that make starting feel easier, whether you're a student, a creator, or a professional stuck in the loop of overthinking. These tools aren't about motivation. They're about rewiring your brain to take action in small, smart ways. In this video, you'll discover 7 tools grounded in psychology, not motivation. Tools that help you act even when you're stuck. You'll see how to start small, with micro-starting, how to remove decision fatigue using anchor routines, and how to break tasks down so clearly your brain can't resist them. That's task decomposition. You'll explore how instant rewards retrain your mind to link effort with satisfaction, how shared intention builds follow-through, why imperfect action is better than waiting for perfect conditions, and how your environment can silently invite you to begin. That's environmental activation. Let's begin with tool number 1, build momentum with small wins. When a task feels big, your brain doesn't just hesitate. It treats the task like a threat. Uncertain, uncontrollable, risky. Your brain doesn't need the whole task to feel safe. It just needs one clear action. Something small, concrete, and doable. This triggers what psychologists call an avoidance reflex. But here's the twist. This is what Charles Duhigg called a keystone action in The Power of Habit. B.J. Fogg calls it a starter step in Tiny. Let's say you've been avoiding your essay. Instead of saying, "I'll write the whole intro," just say, "I'll open the document and write 1 sentence. That's it." Or you're dreading a workout. Don't aim for 30 minutes. Just put on your shoes and do 5 jumping jacks. Teresa Amabiel's research at Harvard confirms this. Even the smallest win can significantly increase motivation and reduce stress by over 20%. So start small. Let it be embarrassingly small, because once you begin, momentum takes over. One reason people don't start is decision fatigue. You keep asking yourself, when should I start? And every time you ask that, your brain burns energy. Anchor routines remove that decision completely. You pair a new action with something you already do. This is known as an implementation intention, a concept researched by Peter Gollwitzer. In simple terms, you say, after I do X, I will do Y. So after I brush my teeth, I will open my laptop. After I make coffee, I will write 1 paragraph. After I drop the kids to school, I will check my task list. The anchor is reliable. It happens daily without effort, and your brain begins to associate it with action. James Clear explains in Atomic Habits that routines work best when they're tied to strong existing cues. Want to go further? Make the cue visual. Leave your notebook next to your coffee mug. Set your desktop to open your planner when you log in. And your brain begins to associate it with action. You're not relying on willpower. You're building automaticity. And automaticity is what makes starting feel effortless. Overwhelm is one of the biggest triggers of procrastination. When your brain sees a giant task, it doesn't know where to begin. That creates what researchers call task paralysis. The solution is decomposition, breaking a complex task into smaller, actionable parts. Herbert Simon and Alan Newell first studied this in 1972. They found that breaking tasks into sub-steps significantly increased follow-through. For example, instead of write a proposal, say, open a document, list 3 headings, draft 1 bullet under each. Instead of clean the garage, say, move 1 box, wipe 1 shelf, stack tools. You can break tasks by time, area, or sequence. A student might do a 15-minute timer per subject. A professional might divide a project into 3 simple phases. Once you reduce cognitive load, your brain stops avoiding and starts responding. Small clarity creates big action. Your brain stops avoiding and starts responding. We tend to avoid tasks that feel like effort without payoff. That's because your brain needs a reward at the end of a behavior loop. This comes from behaviorist psychology. B.F. Skinner proved that immediate rewards strengthen habits more than delayed ones. So instead of waiting to feel good when everything is done, create small, immediate incentives for every step. Finish your first task, play one song, write 100 words, walk outside for 5 minutes, edit a video, sip your favorite drink. This is not bribery. It's neurological pairing. Your brain learns that work leads to pleasure, not pain. Charles Duhigg explains this in The Power of Habit. The reward doesn't need to be big, just consistent. Small joy equals repeat behavior. Train your brain that starting is worth it. We're more likely to follow through when others are aware of our goals. This is called social accountability. A 2007 study by Gail Matthews at Dominican University found that people who wrote down and shared their goals were 65% more likely to achieve them. So speak your intention out loud. Tell a friend you're writing your script at 4. Post that you're starting your reading session at 8. Even saying it to yourself in the mirror creates commitment. Your brain now sees the goal as real, not just an idea. You don't want to lose face even with yourself. That pressure is not punishment, it's performance fuel. Perfectionism makes you believe things must be flawless before you begin, but it's a lie your fear tells you. You wait for the perfect mood, perfect tools, perfect plan, and that wait becomes endless. Neil Fiore explains in The Now Habit that perfectionists often delay more than others. Why? Because the fear of failing makes not starting feel safer than doing it wrong. But clarity comes from action, not planning, so write the bad paragraph. Record the awkward intro. Sketch the rough version. Your brain will adapt once you're in motion. Progress creates confidence, not the other way around. Start ugly, refine as you go. Your brain reacts to visual and spatial triggers, and your environment sends signals constantly. If your space is messy, loud, or cluttered, it tells your brain not to focus. James Clear in Atomic Habits says, environment is the invisible hand that shapes behavior. So make yours intentional. Tidy one section of your desk, turn off your phone or place it in another room. Use a physical object as a start cue, like a sticky notes, notebook, or timer. Set lighting and sound that encourages focus. A parent might signal work mode by putting on headphones. A student might sit at the same desk for all writing tasks. The goal is not perfection, it's creating a space that says, it's time to begin. You've just seen 7 ways to break through the hardest part, the beginning. Not with motivation, not with pressure, but with clarity, structure, and small wins. Now don't wait to apply all 7. Just pick one. One task you've been putting off, one tool that felt like a yes. Use it right now. Not tomorrow, not after a scroll. Right now, open the file, tie your shoes, say it out loud, and if you want a hand, we've made you something. Download the free worksheet in the description. It'll help you map your micro starts, track rewards, and finally build habits that stick. This is just one shift, but one shift can start everything. Subscribe for the next step and keep building smarter habits, one thrive at a time.